So I didn't talk in the past about Shugden in the organization. In the course, not really much. Didn't talk. Only recent time for the initiations and that. So we met the vow in the ceremony. I myself suggested at the end, in front of Tanga, the abbot and the Unzi, and then Geguela came, disciplinary monk came later. So I did that, and so it became more serious. And you made a vow so to have connection to. Well, the vow that you make is to not have connection with even Dharma. Not only means of living, but in Dharma. Also like that. And so briefly, what I explained yesterday. I read the first story. The four Maras, what Buddha's position explains. Buddha is free from the harms of the Maras. So this is so this signifies having destroyed the Mara of the devil's son. So that all that talk, by reading the letter I sent to Fred, that explanation. So that's very important to write down, to have it, you should have the understanding. Then I use that as way to understand the Shugden Teje. So that. Then there's very high lamas, great geshes, expert, learned geshes, because there are many disciples. So the it's kind of occupy or I don't know, occupy or then of course through that many disciples there would be many who are recommending good, supporting for that. So I think I think it's like that. So so the aspect what I was told is that somebody who knows, somebody who can see past, present, future, and then someone said that so the Pamunka ordered the attendant, maybe it was some attendant. Tomorrow there will be a fat monk will come. So you never allow him to come inside. So what happened was, due to our obstacle, he forgot completely, and the monk was allowed. The fat monk came, allowed to see Jajapanga. The past life, not the past life, but past life of the past life of Geshe in Baksa. I started in Baksa, started from Baksa's main place, and then became Geshe. And when he became Geshe, I was there, and some strange things happened. The Bhutanese came Buddhists came and they made offering and then they cried. They sat down. They sat down and then they cried, which is very unusual. Something that happened. And then soon after he became Geshe, he took cancer. Then Kashang is from Siliguri you go on top mountain, then the Kashang town. So took cancer and passed away there. So I went from not Darjeeling but Wum Monastery, New Wum Monastery, but belonged from Geshe Rinpoche. There are two monasteries. The old one I don't know what happened, but not from Geshe's here own monastery they don't stay there. But other sects were kind of mixed staying there, live there. So there's also his room where past life great Yogotram Geshe Rinpoche used to be. Rooms there and so from I used to go to Baksa for health reasons and lived there, went there many times and lived there. New Gu Monastery. It's after you arrive Gum, the train station, then you go through to Darjeeling. So just after you pass Gum, then the monastery down below the road. So that I lived many times. So I was there, so went there with the Lama to Kachang. I think not many people are allowed to see, but Gegula, who was serving Papunga incarnation, the great Papunga that happened in Tibet, who taught liberation palm in their hand on. So incarnation that. So I passed away after cancer, then passed away, covered with the yellow cloth, cancer face, all. So we took blessing to the bed and just short, and then so to that. So the incarnation exists now. It's now lives in Nepal, and Tibet, and so like that. So the Buddha was a very good Lama, very good Lama. I know. Well, I don't know. I don't know his qualities, but it's beyond, so I don't know. But outside aspect, I know that. So we become very close friends, and so very good Lama. Somebody who rely on him, he never gave up. Somebody who rely on him, he will definitely guide. He never give up the people. Assassin thing, it's like that. And he liked the simple monks, the ascetic monks, simple monks, meditating ascetic life in Dharamsala. Doing meditation retreat, he liked us very much. And if you check, if you know him, you check the regular Lama. What do if you check reality is regular Lama. Of course, outside during that time, well, I don't know how to say. Taking some obstacles. After every 15 minutes, he get up, and then if it's puja or prayer, maybe stay longer. But otherwise, every 15 minutes, he get up, and then he chants this Shri Kadal Hingeta Jun. This Hayeke was offering the prayer that was we chant. So he almost every 15 minutes going down and make he with hands he was he used to act like that, and somehow even outside or inside like that, and so but being friends notice the relatives were Lama, and not like this, very good Lama, and but maybe I don't know. He told me different lives. This life, the next life, another life, or something. Each different life will be different sect. Saying maybe incarnation of Changji Robitochi or Benjamin Church or something in the past. He was saying, telling me in the road. But outside aspect, maybe he was, advised to. So I think maybe by some senior monks or Sarame, by some senior monks or something. I don't know. I can't say. So he went to Tibet. And from considering which, not the one, considering which one, it's not the one, there's another one. So took I heard through the Hirika initiation again, and then which is lineage, so, and then through the Tejas, Sokte, life commitment, took again, something. So, but he doesn't do anything criticizing His Holiness or in the big show, doesn't do anything. It's very quiet. Very, very quiet. Not like other lamas or some other, people say, don't do, just very quiet. Anyway, we become very close. When he was attendant Gegula, was living, I didn't see much him. I only saw Sarah when he was very young. And then, after Gegula passed away, the attendant of the past life, and even the past, the great Pavanga, I think. So he died. At train station, he went by something, and then train leave, and then he tried to catch. So he was caught in the platform, the train between that caught. But later he was able to come inside, but it looks like it's okay. But then he died, just there. Then he was Jan Sala, Papanka, the incarnation was. Then that time we became known each other. Several times came to we invited. On the Hayakawa talk, then he come. So the Getan Rinpoche, the incarnation of the past life, who disguised, who was with the Rajin Rinpoche 7 days at Pandalama Lake, which predicts other incarnations and many importance. So the where they found it, 14th Lama incarnation, all that. So they spent 7 days at the lake. So Geshe Rinpoche was there, and then he disguised and went down to that's in the lake, the place where His Holiness didn't to place to birth and there. So the gilded roof, and exactly so on TV, and met the person who carried heavy luggage, heavy load of grants. Before reaching the house, that happened. And then when the Geshe Rinpoche passed by being disguised as beggar, and they came outside carrying the stick, his 13 lamas stick in the hand and the mala on the neck. And then the incarnation already told in that morning to the parents, today one Alag, as the incarnation, Lama will come today. He already told. So then he came out, and then the incarnation came out, 4 years old. 4 years old, 4 years old child, and they came out, and then to the mala and put on his head, and then the lamas walking stick took, and then they to the lama inside the house, and then inside the house. Finally, he said, incarnation, the 4 years old, said that I'm the one who works for all the sentient beings. He told the Geshe Rinpoche's past life in the house. So that shows the genesis. So what makes one thing? What makes all the Buddhas to work for sentient being is due to infinite compassion. That's the definite meaning of genesis. Genesis, because of genesis. Why all the Buddhas until sentient beings achieved enlightenment. Without effort, without motivation, without effort, continuously as sentient. It's because so anyway, he said, I'm the one who was for all the sentient beings. That proves that genesis, incarnation, manifestation of genesis. So anyway, of course, the connection is I didn't see great Pamunga Techingbu who taught the liberation power in your hand. But I received the teaching. That's my first lamrim received from Holy Master Jabje Rinpoche and Sanat. He already gave, that's not the first, he already gave, I think, in Tibet. I don't know whether Sarame or already gave it. This is not the first time. Sadnata, it's maybe the second time. So I was from Baksa. I came. So that was my first lamrim. So liberation power in your hand, lamrim, and also the commentaries. Hiruka Bodhimendal, so forth, and then Tartaman, so Pamanga. That's what my connection main thing to study. So then also other lamas, other Kilibu monks and other lamas, all similar. Those things quite common. That quite common. So anyway, become very close, and Kazan, but also very effective with my mind. Dharmasala, I had shoes. I have new shoes. Bought new shoes. I don't know how to bought in Spain, and so incarnation stayed spent out there, and so that was getting with Rinpoche and few lamas. Sometimes I did Shugden Rinpoche and the ex-abbot of Namgyal Monastery and African name. One lama came from Tibet. Yeah. So, I mean, not all the number, but sometimes we do the Haikava talk sometime. So in front of the Haikava statue, but that Lama ordered one Tibetan artist, Dolgyal Hapso. Dolgyal Hapso is a manifestation artist who was a manifestation, as the name is. Met, so that fitted Lama's meditation room. It fitted exactly. It was not planned for that, but it fitted exactly. So anyway, the morning when he was leaving, he put on the shoes, my shoes from Spain. He put that in then Lama did Goya Samaja, Dudu kindness of His Holiness Rinpoche. Then many geshes able to receive initiation, able to retreat. The Rinpoche asked them to retreat, Guru retreat. So many of the geshes, Chamajaso, Baksa, Lama, many geshes were able to do Goya Samaja, Hiruka, Goya Samaja, Hiruka, many so they were able to do Guru because James Rinpoche asked them to do. So otherwise, only the debate sutra on debate, and normally you don't get. In the monastery, Tibet, you can't do like that. Because they do. You have to hold the whole schedule, memorizing text and reading, studying the text, debate, and go puja, and debate in the class by class, one by one, monk, and taking teaching from teacher. There are many things to do in each day schedule. So you're supposed to not have Tantri text. They are just only the debating texts allowed to even to give the text, things like that. So anyway, Baksa, those geshes able to do many duties, so much kindness. She used to say, you must take initiation, you must do retreat. Life is very short. She used to give advice like that. It was very important. Life is very short, must do. So in Tibet, very difficult. Being monastery is even spirit was free. But once you can't do like that, tantra practice or dizzy, because I retreat. So, generally speaking, so the mala, big mala, Bodhicitta mala, Lama used. I have. So it was left under the Hayagava statue, and then I think Pavanga incarnation might have came there, but I don't know, while I was away, and they hit with their mala when it's bed, and then later on gave to me. It's very good for my mind, to not have attachment and then Kapan letter Kapan, and then he asked, "Do you have extra mandala? Do you have extra damaru?" No, this damaru is small, the big one for chi practice, big one. So I had one damaru. Met in half hour by one student in Australia, Genesis Institute. He's carpenter, so damaru. Skin is kangaroo skin. Probably that might be only damaru. That might be only damaru with the kangaroo skin. Other than the outside is yellow, they've gone Rinpoche from Tapachurung. He has his hand is very good art. So he drew a woman who burst stomach, or dead bodies hanging over the tree, like cemetery, small cemetery, see? And then dogs running with the bones in the hand and different things. So I offered that to Dejaponga. Offered that. He says, extra, do you have extra? I think I did have other Tamil part. Then Kangling, maybe I offered one. Mandala, I have the Lama paid 4,000 rupees for one Lhasa family, Katara, Lhasa, which they I don't know, Nepalese, but live in Lhasa, so Katara. So bought from one family, 4,000 rupees. It's very old, thin, a lot of carving around. So offered that, but not the inside one, just the outside. Once offered. So that was the last time, and that was the very last. He came to Kaban, Gucci Puja, and the next morning he looked around the altar and so and then he rang many times to Lama Lama Kunso, but they were busy, over there very busy. Each time Pavanka, the incarnation comes, then they can't work, it's all kind of also interfered with, it's all. So they didn't pay much, pay attention much answer back, even though he rang all the time. So, well, then later on this thing happened, and this thing publicly, and with the monasteries, this big thing happened. So I didn't see. Later on, he sent to me a postcard, his address with the gold writing. But they didn't meet. He didn't come and didn't meet for so many years. Anyway, sorry for taking time. This. And Yeah. So the fat monk came the next day, and so Simpson, I don't know, Simpson was there for a long time. Yeah. So when the attendant came inside, Simpson, there's a Pamanga that's named the Great Lama. Seems something like sort of what to say? Show the aspect like possessed or entered, something entered, possessed or something entered. Then seems from there, then total change. That from there, then he took it down Hayagiwa Tangas. Before that, he was practicing Hayagiwa, and they picked the down lamas, pure appearance, somewhat judging. So also was practicing those many things. So then after that, he took down the tangas, Hayagiwa Tangas, and so on, and things changed. Practice, and the things changed after that. Seems like that. So that's the basic story. That Pamanga Tejin himself told, don't let this monk to come tomorrow, this fat monk. But I think because our karma, as I mentioned yesterday, 20th century, our karma, so for God, isn't for God. So the monk came. Then there was then there was story that Fred, also red hands stretching out through the door and scaring. That seems maybe a little more common story than this one, I think. Kind of trying to scare to a great Lama, Pamanga Tejin, something like that. And how to start, something like that. So it seems. And many times try to see the High Lama and make the High Lama to accept, to practice in Tölje, Shugden. Since they're trying, since their stories trying like that. And then Tibu Rinpoche, very High Lama from Dribung Monastery, he became Geshe, Larama Geshe, we learned Aseric Lama. He became Geshe with his second Dojichang, who is the Marpa, a manifestation of Marpa, Milarepa's guru. Second Dojichang, great, accomplished part. The many stories, and so became Geshe together, Monam Chemo in Lhasa. And then he went to Jerusalem, went on there's a high mountain near Lhasa, Lumbu, I don't know the African name, Lumbu Tiri or something, high mountain near Lhasa. You don't see the top. You don't see the top. Top is usually covered by clouds. Usually you don't see. And so he went. He carried the chukka, the monk's robes, and just one thing, and text, and then just what things were this one carry. Go to look for the cave. And there was a stone coming from the mountain, and he followed the stone, was a stone coming again, 3, 4. Then he saw a cave, In the cave there was skeleton sitting, skeleton meditating. Like this. Then she sat down, he offered a mandala. After he offered a mandala, the skeleton collapsed. So he decided that is the cave to meditate. Then his disciples, Geshes or those who live ascetic life, renounced everything, renounce attachment to this life, renounce all this, what usually people suffer so much, the attachment to this life, or the personal, renounce this life. So mentioned the definition of renounce life, attached to the mind, the difficult mind, the mind which causes all the problems. So they come to the mountains to retreat. So some there, some distance, some there. So meditation guided by him to Jebel Rinpoche. So anyway, so Jebel Rinpoche was in Tibet, and then I think the Tuje, a monk oracle who received the Tuje, the spirit was inside, and then he talks. What the first time didn't happen, second time, I forgot the beginning part. I forgot the beginning part. The last part, then is the plant or is the vase? Pumba, the motu reverse. Ask the oracle. The Tuje inside. They were taking. God was taking because he said something. He said something important. I don't forgotten. He mentioned. So this is the Pejoje is the vase or Nyugu. Nyugu means plant. Is the Nyugu or the vase? Is that truly existent? The Dhammatruva truly existent or not? Ask. The Dhammatruva reverse. Then he said yes. he said yes. Who said he's Tuje Shugden? Then, but the answer is yes. Then the Gektor, Toma, chasing away spirits. Together, then chase away him by doing Gektor. Before initiation, this Toma, that Gektor, then chase away. So we're taking. So I don't know if it says Dhammatruva Mari, not Santa, but Dhammatruva Mari. And then I don't know what he was going to ask more. See. So then there he showed his nature. I mean, ordinary spirit. Checked. Well, after something important, then you did get to chest, right? Like that. So then, anyway, what is it? So the high lamas come then, so that spread out. So many people practice him. So many people will follow him. For that. I don't know much story about. There's so much story, but I must have, know very little. There's many things happened in Tibet. So. Yeah. So. There was one lama from Daegu Monastery, Daegu Gomang. He was the smallest lama at Baksa. His name is Takung Rinpoche. Small. He's a smallest lama. I think maybe they're 4 years old, 5 years old. I'm not sure. Yeah, Baksa. The next one is Teotugu. Teotugu is a Katan Shate that later Rinpoche is disciple. Teotugu is American now, long time ago. Second small one, him. First one, Takung, but so he didn't go outside like me, you know. Mostly stayed Baksa. So started wild philosophy and that. So later, they became the Ibn Geshe, Harama Geshe, all that, and then became the heart disciple of Jebje Zemir Rinpoche. Jebje Zemir Rinpoche is the heart disciple of Jebje Tsen Rinpoche. Was my guru. Jebje Zemir Rinpoche is extremely learned. Not by age, not very old, but very learned. Jebje Son was Jebje Tsen, everybody regards him, you know, very learned and very pure and in morality and that. I took the Lama Zopa long lab initiation, and the first is about mandala. Lolang is a constructing mandala. Something which want to ask something. And then monk came from Bodhgaya. Tempa, his name is Tempa something. Asked Lama Zopa long life initiation. He asked, so I took also. I took that initiation. Then myself. Short commentary of the will of Shapon. I did request Jebje Tsen Rinpoche, but I didn't get. Rinpoche did accept. And then Geshe Topten Serame also wanted to come. So Jebje Tsen Rinpoche wanted to give something short to me, but he didn't want other administrators to come, but Geshe Topten wanted to come, so then somehow didn't happen. Then I took on Jebje Zemir Rinpoche at Mongot. So what's that? In Nepal, Jebje, Lumbu Rinpoche, something to do with the Lumbu Rinpoche, with the Lamre Chemo teaching to be given. Then it requested Jebje Zemir Rinpoche to come, but Jebje Zemir I think before he took paralysis or something, Khyentse said, Tagore Rinpoche can go, he has same knowledge as I have. So Tagore Rinpoche came to the Lama Zopa teaching. Anyway, so he hold the Shugden that then the big thing happened. Maybe I don't know. Maybe criticize His Holiness, or I'm not sure what. Much happened. So when he passed away, so it became so much. So when he passed away, he was traveling with people for treatment. I think he died in the Thailand or somewhere. He has 9 attendants, and I think maybe there's one Chinese nun attendant, and the Chinese nun was a liberty, ever unable to control. Liberty speaks outside people, and maybe that's why. So Haiba, something very bad happened when he passed away. As I mentioned last night, there are many people who practice such especially in the end of the life, you get terrible, unbelievable, heavy experience like that. Then you also show his own spirit form like that. So anyway, the Tagore Rinpoche, when he passed away, died in Thailand, and the eyeballs came out. And their heart became 8 pieces, totally black, the face. And then 30 people, they think somebody get poison, and just very small like that, but doesn't know the details so much. So I think maybe, and not only practice Tujia, but also maybe against His Holiness. So as I mentioned about one who is not Bodhisattva, who is Bodhicitta, 1 second anger or heresy, this 1,000 eons, good karma, made charity so Buddha send the offering to Buddha get destroyed. Rising anger, 1 second. Bodhisattva. As I mentioned, the lesson, last I explained. So anyway, whatever the criticize was so terrible, all that happened. So put many examples. That's one thing. Then particular thing is that. When you are in a relationship with His Holiness, always your relationship with His Holiness, particularly that, if you are a member or government official member for Tibet, then even not, but connection to your connection with His Holiness, always they interfere. Something happens that displeasing to His Holiness. Something happens, even through misunderstanding. So many others happen that. So that is one very bad one. So something happens. Better makes like the relationship that we have with this one is something bad. So that particular, serving the government of the Tibetan people, they would. So of course then good students, the main guide. So that's I think what is the name? What is worked just not real incarnation, but worked, succeed in that name. Not real incarnation, but succeed in the name. So this supposed to be killed with the government, the Prince government mountains. Then when the conscience got angry, conscience went to Tashinbo, didn't allow the project went to suggest. So I think rise and speech and so I think something, I don't know what the spirit, they are also, if you have some connection with this, the fair, so one, that's another one. You are working for Tibet or something. Then, then, so the other thing is the other lamas in Tibet who is not only Tibetan public, Tibetan general people, I think also, but not before. Even Tibet, when Tibet was free, there are many lamas who has doubt, who says regard spirit and don't practice. So I just want to use the names. The names. Just names. These are the lamas are man lama. As I mentioned, it's the one moon, one sun, only this world. But when it shines, it eliminates darkness and all the people, animals, they enjoy. So the great lamas who propagate Dhamma and preserve Dhamma, great lamas. After the fifth Dalai Lama, they offered the king, as the king or Tibet, or the not only religious but the temple or what you call their Tibetan policy was hand offered to His Holiness to guide, Pidrama didn't happen to be one before. Pidrama, they put Allah build all that thing offered. So after that, many high-grade lamas holding the Gedamba teaching stopped Tejaya Shugden. Example, Gadintiba, 54. Gadintiba 54. Shugden is one lama who stopped the Tejaya in Tibet. All Tibet was free. Then Pujo Ngawan Chamba from Sara, great lama in manifestation Buddha. Great lama, well-known great lama. And then advised to stop. And then Jawa Kazaku, His Holiness added lama. Jambal Jaso, and the eighth one, also one who gave advice to stop. Then Yongzhen Yeshikyalchen, Kachin Yeshikyalchen, great Lama, wow. So those many teachings of Sutra, Tantra, wow. I must tell you, well now time is finished.
It's almost 6 o'clock, Ramji.
What?
Nearly 6 o'clock.
always near 6 o'clock. So the Kapan meditation course and the 1 month meditation course now 40. How many? 40? 44?
Maybe 43.
Huh? 43, about 43 or something, not sure. So this and Kapan courses and spreading all the centers of FPMT organization around the world, the meditation courses of the centers, courses, all that started from Kapan, and we started meditation course Kapan. All that's come from Kapchen Shelton. That's Kapchen Shelton. So just a brief. Zen monk came from Scotland in Bodhgaya. When we went to Bodhgaya to receive commentary Yamataka from Tapje Ling Rinpoche. So that time the monk arrived, and monk did a course for 7 days or something at the, what's it called, Burmese bear? Burmese bear. And then one day we went, Lama and myself and Zina in the first Russian nun, Russian lady student, from where the FPMT whole thing started, you know. So that Zina and then Michael Losang is his mother. Not Losang, I don't think Losang was there, but his mother, his mother, and I don't know who else. We went to see the monk, mainly because Zina, otherwise I was someone who never met him. So went to Burmese bear, and then monk led meditation. And we sat monk led meditation for 1 hour, half hour. And after that, after meditation, I thought, no difference at all from deep sleep. That's what I thought, my experience. And could it be possible? Maybe could it be possible? I didn't understand what he's talking. Quite possible, but it was a very simple thing. For me, sounding very simple. Maybe somebody else understand. I don't know. Emptiness or very high. I don't know, but it could be possible. So then Zina asked many times to Lama, or 2 or 3 times. Asked Lama, because we don't do the custom. We don't have that custom meditation course or the, you know, what he does. We don't, we don't have that kind of, I don't know. Anyway, so Lama didn't accept. So then I was reading his Lamrim. I was building Lauta monastery, so I carry with that, and I stayed in the cave and read that text, and then come down, read that text, and for some years. So I had great inspiration of the course. And so she asked me, then because Lama didn't accept, then she asked me to do the course. Then I asked Lama, and Lama said, if you think it's a benefit or something, I don't remember his percent, but that's Lama mentioned. And then I accepted. Then did the first course 5 days. Every session I do Gekto. Not every session, every day. I'm going to kitchen make Gekto. And then the last subject was Bodhicitta. So that time we have 2 papers, 2 meditation papers, and the paper of the useful, there's 1 or 2 lines. And then about the health suffering was a few lines. I think this much. Many lines, 5 lines of health suffering, and finished. And then the karma, then just the karma, says karma, and finished by that. And there was one nun, American nun, but I never met her again. One nun, one young nun, she helped to put to type it at the time. And due to course, so what did you last one? So there was one student, American, and then later he became Manga Chuchi Rinpoche Mountain. So then, on the stop of the session, then he hold the clock on my table. Clock. He hold the clock. He didn't want to show the clock, and he wanted me to continue the subject. And then when the people were so happy, they went to see Lama to have dinner in the Lama's room in the corner. The old house built by the king for his astrology. So British style house, old house. So in the Lama's small room, and we lived there for years. I don't know, many years. Small room in the corner. So went to dinner. So the Gina brought to dinner, and she was so astonished, unbelievable, surprised, astonished that we had to talk on Bodhicitta. She was so astonished to express Lama. So then that's how the start second course. Second course, I had to come down to Garden to receive teachings, Hiruga Bodhimanda teaching from Gyabje Tsenpa. So Lama also would come, but because of course the Lama stayed and gave the picture to me. And so after Karma, that I had to leave. There was a Mesimu, Karuna, and I think that was, that. So what happened? So it started from this Yongxin Xi teachings, Lord Chemo, great Lord Zhang the Lamrim. So I spent a few years in that. It has many stems mark, many stems. From the western stems. So the whole government cause and all the center, all the organization, due to Gajin's Yaltans, it happened. So that's the evolution. And of course, Lamas is, of course, kindness. So, up to 7 courses. During the course, people think, "Oh, you did such a good job." I didn't think it myself. I think it's Lama. In my heart, it was the Lama. What the people say was the whole was Lama. It's not me. It's up to 7 courses. But I think after 7 courses, maybe I did something wrong and gone. So that's the story. So, great Lama also he advised to not practice. And Changja Rabbi Doje, great Lama will not practice. Muju Yangja Tribi Doje, the great Lama, but you're going to come into what? Or the many other also advised to not practice. Muju Dhamma Bhatta is not the great Lama to not advise to not practice. Then Lama Chesang Kunda Dumba, Chuchu Kunda Dumba. Yeah, Kunda Dumba. Chu Yinje, Kunda Dumba, Chu Yinje. Then the true Jimmy these other Chak Lamas. The true Jimmy Teminim who advised to not practice. The true Jimmy Teminima. Then another great Lama Nima, Giant Chinto Ombo, great Lama, rational practice. The consequence, Tembe Nima, consequence, Jeba, 8 pension Lama, Tembe Unjo. So then there are many other Lamas. These are the major Lamas, all like that. So it's not only His Holiness. So only recently, His Holiness really, I was so surprised. His Holiness, taking great responsibility, the world and the Tibet and all. How much people criticize, taking great responsibility to not follow or to not corrupt Buddhism, especially Gelugpa teaching, to not corrupt, to not mislead your own life. Not only the general Gelugpa teaching, world and Tibet and the world Gelugpa teaching, but not only that, but yourself. You're not in this life, all the future lives. To not get in big trouble. So His Holiness take so much responsibility, even so many kids has so responsibility. So His Holiness is giving religious freedom. His Holiness Dalai Lama is religious freedom, saying what is wrong, what is right, by opening your eye. Right was wrong. Don't do right. This is what you do. So giving religious freedom. Otherwise, you mislead. You are in big trouble. You are being in draw for the big trouble. So many lifetimes. So he's the one giving real religious freedom. So people. So many people are heresy, anger, criticize. So much in Tibet here, then so much negative, we were born in hell, then lately, only lately, the Gelugpa, Saraka and Debung, the Gelugpa, those are the men, the Gelugpa, abbots all together, then wrote a big book about, clarifying all about from Tibet and all the things, to so bad to not practice. So that then there was another book I read, not gold, but read most on the one disciple from dialectical ex-monk in New York wrote a very good book, much more clear than Gelugpa. So finally, all like that, I explain. So before that, so many people get angry because I don't finish their life. Amazing happened already. So also I think maybe some Western or Chinese also so follow that. So lately there's some books happening, but in English there's some small some books, but not much. So like that. So I'm talking this not so much here danger. I don't think, but there are old students who like ourselves we practiced before. So we kind of did, and so now all the students who from Debje Son, which is times and if here they must leave all the information like that. But here not so much mainly to know must know well. So you must know well so that you can help others in the world. So others to not get in trouble. So it's very, very, very important. So very easy to you don't know, then very easy to get caught. Very easy to caught in that. So anyway, so I stop here. Yeah. Stop, yeah. No. Take genius, I give what it non draw, like I'm at the Java Jizoro. The meaning version was such a So here, this Mongolians, we built a monastery, new monastery, which asked, expanded Mongolia. With the benefit of Taiwan, the father died, so that money or something. We were able to build a monastery. So now that one monastery where you can give for many people to give teachings or something, Ulaanbaatar. Anyway, so the monks, 30, 40 monks go to India to start to learn Serache. So this monastery, the Serache, which belongs to the kind of the writings, Rigja and Serache. So they translated the second book of His Holiness, that all the reasons to stop the Toja. So they translated the Mongolian language. So they asked me to write a forward. Forward is usually I think 2 pages or short. But I said there were many pages, and they said it's okay. So then it came out of many pages here. Many pages. So I wrote Tibetan and it is English. So this good to read, and so you have more knowledge, you have more knowledge about it, so that you can explain to others, so educate others, so others do not get in trouble. So like that. So maybe you get copies of this, or to have the knowledge and to explain to others. I think for the world, for Tibet, for Buddhism, for Gelugpa, and to offer service to His Holiness, to holy wishes, to succeed what His Holiness wishes. So that that also that. So that I think that's all. Okay.